So Lorenzo, I want to talk to you about one of the things that I see happens a lot, and it happens with me as well, is that when we run an experiment, we create a sales pitch, a brand new sales pitch. We run the experiment and we look at the numbers, and the numbers are either flat or the numbers are negative. And we conclude that, oh, you know what? This sales pitch was a bad idea. People don't like it. I'm going to rewrite the whole sales pitch. Now, I'm a lazy guy and I know that it takes 10 hours to rewrite a sales pitch. And I think that the most important thing to consider here is the opening of the sales pitch. And it is so critically important because if you have a really powerful idea that you're communicating in your sales pitch, but your opening is flat and doesn't connect with the buyer or doesn't excite them to continue reading, they will quit reading. Most people stop reading after the first three sentences. And so I just want to underscore, do not make the mistake of assuming that your sales pitch is not working because it's not driving sales. The smart thing to do is to continue working on the opening, and I think you'll notice a very strong impact on what it has on sales. Also, keep in mind cold paid traffic that you're attracting to your website. They are really like rejecting you or accepting you within the first few sentences. So be strategic about nailing the opening. And I don't know if you agree with this or what your thoughts are.
Yeah, so a couple of things. The way I think about this is like the same way we spoke about before. It's like a funnel, right?
Yeah.
Like the first word on the top gets 100% conversion rate. The one on the bottom, less and less. So that's the one thing. So that makes sense that it wouldn't make sense to change the one at the bottom or one in the middle. Start with the one at the top, because if you don't convert the one on the top to read the next one, you're not gonna make it. The other thing I want to say is, you remember BuzzFeed? I don't know if it's still around.
It's
Remember
around.
BuzzFeed?
They actually just raised a bunch of money
Oh, really?
by spinning their pitch by saying that we're going to now use AI to write articles.
Oh,
So
really? Really? Okay. I didn't know that. But I remember, 10 years ago when they became like very, very big in terms of like content creation and so on. One of the things that they've done was A/B testing headlines and sub-headlines of each article. They wouldn't freaking rewrite the entire article if it wasn't being read, right? Because obviously their business model was to make money off of advertising and impressions. So I remember they built an internal tool to A/B testing headlines and sub-headlines, because those were the ones that were tracking the interest of the people. And if your headline is boring, they're not gonna read everything else in the article, right? So yeah, somehow this topic triggered me this.
no, I think it's so much easier to work on your opening. Also, the opening sets the tone. It actually, if you nail your opening, you actually can improve. I have found in my editing work that when I get the opening just right, it allows me to actually improve the rest of the copy with minimal effort as well. It sets the tone, right? So it's like kind of like designing the entrance of your store. If you design it properly, more people will walk in, and so it's really important to kind of think about the opening from that perspective. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We'd love to know if you guys have experimented with the opening, what your opinion is, if this was a new idea for you, or what your thoughts are. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and we will be back with yet another episode. Take care.
Ciao.